If your mind feels full and tired, this story is for you. You try to rest, but thoughts never stop. Plans, worries, mistakes, all spinning inside your head. You feel heavy even when you sit still. Today's story is about learning to let that weight go. It's about a young man named Evan who learned how to find peace in a noisy mind. Take a deep breath, and if you love calm, reflective stories like this, subscribe or follow for more. Now, let's begin. Evan was a quiet man, but his thoughts were loud. Every morning, before he even opened his eyes, he was already thinking about work, about things he said yesterday, about the future he could not see. He wanted to live with peace, but peace seemed far away. He read books, he tried music, he tried scrolling on his phone to relax, but his thoughts only grew louder. One evening, as the sun went down, he sat by the window and whispered, "I just want to feel empty for once." That wish became his dream, to learn how to quiet his mind. But soon he met his first obstacle. When he tried to empty his mind, more thoughts came. He tried to sit still, but he thought about sitting still. He tried to stop thinking, but he thought about not thinking. The more he fought, the stronger his thoughts became. He felt trapped in his own head. One day, he went for a walk near a small lake. He saw an old man sitting on a rock, eyes closed, calm like still water. Evan stopped and asked, "How do you empty your mind?" The old man opened his eyes and smiled. "You don't, you watch it." Evan frowned. "Watch it, that's it." The old man nodded. "Yes, you cannot stop the river, but you can sit beside it." Evan thought about those words all night. He realized he had been fighting his mind like an enemy. But maybe it was not the enemy. Maybe it was just noisy. The next morning, he sat in silence. Thoughts came as always, about work, about failure, about what people thought of him. But this time, he didn't try to push them away. He just watched them. He saw a thought rise, then fade, just like a wave. He noticed another come, then go. He said softly to himself, "That's just a thought." For the first time in years, he felt a small space inside, a quiet gap. It didn't last long, but it was real. He began to practice every day. He walked slowly and felt each step. He listened to the sound of the wind. When his mind started to race, he would smile and say, "It's okay. Let it pass." He learned to breathe with awareness. He learned that peace was not something to get, it was something to allow. Still, there were hard days, days when his thoughts screamed again, days when he doubted himself. But each time, he remembered the lake and the old man's words. He didn't fight, he didn't chase, he just watched. Weeks passed, then months. Evan noticed small changes. He laughed more easily. He worked with more focus. He began to see beauty in small things. Sunlight on his hand, the sound of rain, the smell of morning air. His life didn't change outside, but it changed inside. He had found space between his thoughts, and in that space, he found peace. One evening, he returned to the lake. The old man was gone, but the water looked the same, calm, endless, reflecting the sky. Evan sat down and smiled. He realized something simple but powerful. Peace had always been there. He just needed to stop reaching for it. He closed his eyes and took a slow breath. He felt thoughts coming and going, but they no longer ruled him. They were just clouds passing through a wide sky. His mind was not empty, but it was free. That night, he wrote in his notebook, "I understand now. To empty your mind, do not force silence. Simply stop fighting the noise. Sit beside it, watch it, and in time, the storm will pass by itself. From that day, Evan lived with lightness. He worked with calm focus. He listened deeply when people spoke. He walked slower, breathed deeper, and smiled more often. His peace was not something he found outside. It was something he grew inside. His friends noticed the change. "You look so calm these days," they said. Evan smiled and replied, "Because I stopped trying to control everything inside me. I learned to watch instead." That was his secret, the power of not fighting, the art of gentle awareness, the quiet strength of letting go. And every time his thoughts began to fill his mind again, he remembered the lake, he remembered the still water, and he whispered, "I'll just sit beside it," because that was enough, and that was peace. True calm begins when you stop trying to control your thoughts and start watching them instead. Follow 4 more stories like this.